Well, good afternoon. It's 2:06 in the afternoon on Friday, and you know what that means? It means it is the Live Music Showcase. And this is Randy Wynn sitting in today, hoping you're going to get turned on to a great new band. Today is Black Friday for some people. For some people, it's Buy Nothing Day. Tomorrow's Small Business Saturday. We hope you go out and support your favorite small business. Right here at WMNF, you can support us anytime by going to WMNF.org and making a donation. Just let you know that right away. This is a great new band. Now, I love to discover new bands, and I heard about this band coming in. I didn't know much about them, and I said, I'm not going to try to learn much about them because they're going to be here, and they can tell everybody about them because they've been playing around town, and according to everybody who's heard them, either playing somewhere or getting warmed up today, is raving that this is a great band that everybody needs to know about. They are Galaxy Radio, and let's hear them right now.
Thanks a lot, man. This is a little tune by Grateful Dead called Shakedown Street. Tell me this town ain't got no heart. Sunny side of the street is dark. Maybe that's 'cause it's midnight and the dark and the moon beside. Maybe the dark is from your eyes. Maybe the dark is from your eyes. Maybe the dark is from your eyes. Oh, you know you got such dark eyes. Woo! Love to shaking on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart. You just gotta poke around. Town clear through. Nothing here that can interest you. It's not because you missed out on a thing that you had to start. Maybe you had too much too fast. Maybe you had too much too fast. Maybe you had too much too fast. I just overplayed your part. Woo! Love to shaking on Shakedown Street. Oh, it used to be the heart of town. Oh, tell me this town ain't got no heart. Oh, you just gotta poke around. town ain't got no heart. Oh, tell me this town ain't got no heart. When I can hear it beat out loud. Woo! Shaking on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. Oh, town ain't got no heart. It's got a broken line.
All right, that's Galaxy Radio, and if you are listening on WMNF, you can also check out this band and see what they look like and sound like because we're up on Facebook Live right now. So you can go to Facebook, go to Live Music Showcase. If you happen to be one of my Facebook friends, I'm sharing it too. So it's going all around the place, and we're getting some great comments. Let's see, Enovi's Adnaz says, I love Galaxy Radio. You guys must know Novi, and Samuel Falletta says, hell yeah, and Gene Hendry says, great organic sound.
All right.
How's that for your description of your sound, organic? Nice. Okay, well, now we need to go back to the beginning and tell us, we need to get the basics out. Like, looks like you guys play a lot in Brandon and Plant City. Where are you guys, in fact, from?
I think we're mostly from like the east side of Tampa. I live in Plant City, and these guys are kind of in Temple Terrace, so like in between there, on the outskirts of the city.
Now, we'll talk a little bit later about where you play, but when did you guys get started, and what was the concept of the band? Whose idea was it? How did the Galaxy Radio start, and when?
Well, probably 2 years ago, we all had different bands, and we would all hang out because we're all friends. So, I don't know. Sometimes the bands work out, and sometimes they don't. And eventually, we kind of just decided, hey, why don't we just all join forces and start a huge mega band?
But how does that work when you guys are all friends, but one guy has to be playing bass guitar, and one guy has to be a drummer, and so how does that all come together? Or are you saying, hey, we need a bass player, or you're saying, okay, you play guitar, but now you have to learn bass? How does that work?
That's really fun because we all play guitar. He plays guitar really well, the drummer. He actually switched over to bass in order to join the band because we needed a bass player, and I don't know, he was one of our best friends, man.
Picked it up real quick.
Yeah.
And so what's the philosophy behind the band? What do you tell people that you do other than that you have an organic sound? When you go looking for gigs and stuff like that, what do you have 3 words to describe? Do you say we sound like somebody, or what's the deal with this band, Galaxy Radio? Where everybody listening right now, except for a few of your friends that I think did you share it on your Facebook page?
Oh, yes.
So some of your friends are tuning in. But other than that, a lot of people are being introduced to you for the very first time, and they're going to want to know more about you. So we're gonna get into that, where your Facebook be found on Facebook. It's a little tricky, all that kind of stuff. But tell us now a little bit about how you perceive yourself, how you present yourself as. What kind of band are you?
A lot of people ask us that. They're always trying to ask us what kind of music we play, and honestly, the best answer I can give is that we play rock and roll. A lot of old stuff. If you want to be
now, I understand that you were down here one time on the Dream Clinic. Is that right? Visiting or playing, or what was the deal?
We were visiting. We sat in on one of the sessions, and we got to sing "Happy Birthday" to somebody on the air. That was pretty nice.
It is kind of Dream Clinic plays a lot of sort of 70s prog rock and
definitely right up our alley
stuff.
Yeah.
And so is that sort of where you guys are coming from, even though you guys weren't even born then?
That's right. Yeah, our parents have a lot to do with it. So yeah, shout out to our parents, man.
Well, the band is Galaxy Radio. We're going to find out a lot more about them, but I really want to hear them now. That first track, Grateful Dead track, but not one of their big hits, right? So you guys are deep. You're sort of the deep album cuts, right? Or are we going to play any big hits that everybody knows? Or what's the deal today?
We might play some hits. We try to play some of the stuff that nobody really knows. Like this next song, you probably didn't know it was a Beatles tune, but
hey, tune in. View the band on Facebook Live. Later they'll be on YouTube, but they're a nice looking band. 3 of the 4 guys have really long hair, which is interesting. We'll talk about that in a while. and bass player's got short hair. But let's go with it and see what's happening next.
All right, this one's called She's So Heavy.
I want you so bad, babe. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me. I want you so bad. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me. I want you so bad, babe. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me. I want you so bad, babe. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me. She's so
Wow, another great tune. That one from the Beatles catalog, and probably one of their tunes that you only know if you have Abbey Road, because it's not one of their most played songs, but it's probably one of their heaviest songs, right?
Definitely.
She's so heavy song. So is that kind of why that one drew you in to pick that song?
Yeah, that bass line is killer.
Yeah, what a great. Now, okay, it looks like you got. I've been talking mostly to Edwin here because he's the singer, but I don't want to leave anybody out here. Jay's over there playing some guitar, and it kind of looks like you guys are a two lead guitar band. Is that right? It seems like both you guys are playing lead at times, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
And that's sort of in the great tradition of many of the great rock and roll bands to have two guitars playing lead, not just one. Was that the case there, that you guys were working at that?
We've got a
looking
few
at
songs that we just switch back and forth.
They're both
especially
just
when
really
we're-
good. They're both really good.
But you both play
Yeah.
are playing lead and switching back and forth a little bit, and that can really make a band sound more interesting and exciting, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's meet our bass player here, whose name is Gage Wilkinson. Where are you from, Gage?
I am from Temple Terrace.
You're part of the Temple Terrace contingent.
I am.
Now, how did you meet Edwin out there in Plant City?
Well, him and Ethan were friends, and they actually had like a duo going on. And me and Jay were in another band at the time, and he was the lead guitarist, and I was rhythm. And we knew these guys were so talented, they needed some help. So I was like, hey, I'll play bass for you guys. And it went on from there, and I drugged Jay with me.
Well, it looks like the Facebook Live is really picking up. If you haven't checked it out yet, we are on Facebook Live. It's one way to listen to the band on your computer, on your phone, on your iPad, or whatever you want to get onto. Just go to Facebook and check out Live Music Showcase. If you're one of my friends or one of the band's friends, I think everybody's got this thing going shared, and we're getting a lot of action already, people watching this and sharing it. So it's very, very cool. If you want to send a question to the band, you can do it right there on the Facebook page, and I'll try to retrieve it and ask it. We also will check out emails and texts if you want to send it to the station. The email to WMNF Studio, and they'll bring in the question here or the comment. Either way, if you want to just comment on the band, or if you have some question you want to ask, is dj@wmnf.org, and the text number is 813-433-0885. The band is Galaxy Radio, and the Facebook page for you guys is Galaxy Radio Official, right? Or
That's
is
right.
it
All one word.
so all one word? So find them and make friends with them, and then you can they'll post where they're playing. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but we're going to hear another song. What's the choice this time? I'm very interested in your choices here.
Right now, I think we're going to do Miss You. It's a tune by the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yes.
I've been holding out so long, I've been sleeping all alone, Lord, I miss you. I've been hanging on the phone, I've been sleeping all alone, Lord, I wanna kiss you. Sleep. You've been staring in my dreams, Lord, I miss you, child. I've been waiting hard, I've been waiting on the call, and the phone rings. It's just some friends of mine that say
Hey, what's the matter, man? We gon' come round at 12 with some Puerto Rican girls that's just dying to meet you. So bring a case of wine. Yeah, we gon' mess and fool around, you know, like we used to, baby. Well, I've been walking Central Park, singing after dark. People think I'm crazy. I've been stumbling on my feet, shuffling through the street, asking, what's the matter with you, boy? Something I want to say. Something I got to say to myself. I'm lying to myself. It's just you and no one else. Go on, I'm missing.
Now that's a cool choice of a song from the Stones' Some Girls album. Came out sort of in their mid-career. They'd been around for 16, 17 years. Then they kind of reinvented themselves with a really funky song, big hit for them. Okay, I noticed on that the bass was playing some lines without the guitars, just some drums, and really putting the funk line out. So, Gage, I wonder if you could just play that bass line just alone right now so we can just hear it. Play that line again like you were just playing on that song.
No problem.
Very, very cool. So is that kind of a new thing? That I've never, not really ever heard many songs like that where the bass just, you let it, it's almost a funk thing though, right? So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's why we initially chose that Rolling Stones song, just because it was so different from most of the stuff that they do. And the bass was so epic. I was like, man, they showed me that song. Edwin was the one that volunteered it to the list, and I said, Absolutely.
Yeah, because that really takes it into a different realm with that bass playing, and you're a great player. Let me tell you about where these guys can be seen. Some of the venues that, and you can add or subtract if I'm wrong here, but you guys tend to play a lot at the 1916 Irish Pub out in Plant City.
Yeah, we love that place.
One of your you're from Plant City, so that's cool. Also, Rick's on the River. You play sometimes. I know a lot of people hang out there. It's nice.
Pretty often we get there. Yeah.
Nice place. Twisted Sisters Bar and Grill in Brandon.
Yep. Newly opened, kind of.
And another place in Brandon that seems like you play is Fox and Hounds British Pub.
Oh yeah.
And JF Kicks in Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm hoping that a lot of people will want to start booking you from hearing this show.
We do too.
Yeah.
So how do they get in touch with you if they want to book if they want to book this band Galaxy Radio at their club or in their venue or something like that? I hope Flea's listening because he puts together tribute shows and you guys would be fantastic playing at one of those. But tell us how somebody would get in touch with you guys if they want to book you.
Mainly, just go on Facebook. That's our primary form of communicating all our stuff. So Galaxy Radio Official, pretty easy. Hopefully,
Just
people
in
can
the
remember that.
messages there.
You can message me. Us. Our phone number is also on the page if you want to contact us through phone number or email. It's all on there. So.
Very cool. The band is Galaxy Radio. You're tuned to the Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF in Tampa. We'll be here until just about 3 o'clock, and then after 3 o'clock, it's going to be the Rhythm Revival. Ronnie Elliott coming back today to host that show. And then if you keep listening, the Bumpy Ride today is going to be hosted by Cheryl Mogul. So because it's a holiday, everything's a little bit up in the air today, and that's why I'm hosting the Live Music Showcase, not Bill Dudley or Mildred. But I like to do it sometimes, and I like to do it when I can discover a new band, and this band's going on my list of bands to see if I see they're coming around somewhere because they are really, really fantastic. So Galaxy Radio has been entertaining us, picking out cool songs from the last 50 years or so and putting their own stamp on it, making them sound really cool. So let's have another one. What do you guys got next?
Cool. You guys might have heard this one. This is Breaking the Wall. It's a Pink Floyd song. It's one of our personal favorites.
Sarcasms in the classroom. Teachers leave those kids alone. Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in your wall. Teachers, leave those kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
Galaxy Radio doing some great Pink Floyd there from another side of the brick of the wall. All right, I need to let everybody know who's in charge of this live music showcase. Steve Arduengo books the bands, and he was a guy who booked this band, and he does it every week. Mark Perfetti is in charge of the audio, making some great sound today. Sounds really good. Bob Hoke is the director of our video portion, including the Facebook Live and the YouTube that's going to be going up later. A lot of people are checking us out right now on Facebook Live. You can go to Live Music Showcase and do it there, or check out the band's Facebook page, or check out my personal Facebook page. I believe I've got that running. The camera crew includes Don Connors, Tom Connors, Marcy Connors, and we've got a great band in here called Galaxy Radio. Okay, you guys are young guys, and you're playing some old material. Do you get an old crowd or a young crowd or a mixed crowd? What's the deal?
I think the old crowd enjoys us more a little bit than the newer crowd, but we appeal to the new crowd that's into the stuff we are. I don't know, people like us, I guess. But.
Well, you know, my take on music is that it really stopped evolving somewhere in the end of the 20th century. Everything had been tried, and so, you know, young bands really need to go back and pick out from that century to pick out the good material.
Not just this last century, but hundreds of years back.
Because it's impossible to come up with something completely new. So I think it's great you guys are picking out. Now tell us about some new gigs. I've got a couple listed here, but do you guys have any gigs coming up that the listeners who are digging your sound would like to go to? Tell us about some gigs that you might have happening.
Yeah, if you're local to Plant City like I am, come check us out December 23rd at 1916. We're going to be playing there. That's like, they have us there all the time, man. We love them. They love us.
That's 1916 Irish.
1916 Irish pub in Plant City. And Rick's on the River, pretty awesome. We just actually booked for the entire year next year, so we'll be playing there every month. And our next show there is Gasparilla, January 27th, so if anybody's in the area. So
once a month you'll be playing at Rick's?
That's right.
Good, because that's a great place. And They've got good food, and it's a cool little venue right on the Hillsborough River.
Yeah.
So that should be great.
Nice spot.
And hopefully you'll get some new gigs too. People will find you on your Facebook page. And after listening to this show, I'm sure there are some people who are up and checking you guys out. So let's have another one from Galaxy Radio. By the way, where'd you come up with that name?
We thought of like 100-something names before we decided on one, and we just really like space and stuff. So we just thought of something cool, man. I don't know.
Can't believe nobody else has ever taken it.
It may have been used before, but I think we got it. You know?
It wasn't used as good.
Yeah, not as good as we use it. So, yeah, this next one is I don't remember who wrote it, man. It came out of the '60s, but Amy Winehouse did the most recent version of it, and it's called Valerie.
Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you do, and in my head I paint a picture. Well, since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? I put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch your tan. I hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to paint that fine? You was dodging all the time. Are you still dizzy? Well, since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you do, and in my head I paint a picture. But since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, 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 why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Well, great choice. I assume you guys saw the movie of her life. No? You need to go see it.
The documentary.
Yeah, the documentary. It's sad and moving, but what a great choice, Amy Winehouse. Wow. All right, I need to let you know about a couple of WMNF events that are happening soon. We've got this WMNF Tropical Heatwave Cruise that's happening in February, leaving from the port of Tampa. It's designed just for people who've never been on a cruise before. It's going to have all these folks sharing the cruise with you who love the music the same as you do and share your values and interests, and that's the best way to go on a cruise. So the deadline to go on the cruise is next Tuesday to reserve a passage. So that's why I'm talking to you about that now. If you haven't done it yet, maybe you're thinking about it, or maybe you're just hearing about it, it's going to be a fantastic, just a 4 or 5 day cruise to Cozumel with WMNF favorite bands who played Heatwave in the past, and they're all going to play a couple times each at least, and it's going to be fantastic. So go to WMNF.org for that. Now, the other big event that's coming out is You Get Out. It's the third year we've been doing this, and last year it was over in St. Pete at Cage Brewery, and it was hugely successful. So we're looking for another version coming up December 2nd, and that's going to be another great WMNF event. We keep doing them. We got more stuff coming up in the next year, but those two events, the cruise registration deadline and You Get Out 3, are the big events that we need to tell you about today. We also need to thank D-Drum, located and made right here in Tampa, for donating the drum kit used in the live music studio. More at ddrum.com. And I have to say, we haven't really talked to our drummer yet. He's kind of buried in the back little room there that we use here at our studio. But Ethan is back there.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you okay. So tell us your history with the band and what got you into this band.
I've always been musically inclined. My dad got me into it at an early age, of course. Always had guitars laying around the house. But
Edwin said you actually were a guitar player originally, and you just
originally guitar player, picked up the drums. I like to say if it makes a noise, I'll make it sing. So that's me. Definitely was in a few bands as a kid. None of them ended up working out, but gained experience through each one. Contacted these guys, been friends with Edwin. We're always jamming, hanging out. Found Jay and Gage and their other band. Picked those guys up. Knew we could use them. Knew we could form the super band. And here's Galaxy Radio as you see it today.
Yeah, and it's very cool because so far we've heard music from the late '60s all the way up to 2005, I think, with Amy. So it's a really cool range of songs that they've been playing today, and every one has been really, really good. As good as you would ever hope to hear. So the band is Galaxy Radio. Their Facebook page is Galaxy Radio Official, and we've got time for maybe a couple more songs.
I think this last one's probably going to do it for us, man. This is War Pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Black Sabbath. And
angels gathered in the masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Politicians lock themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave that all to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell on their power minds, making war just for fun, treating people just like pawns in chess. Wait till that judgment day comes, yeah. Now in darkness we'll stop turning, ashes where the body is burning. No more war pigs of the power, hand of God has struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling, on the knees there war pigs crawling, begging mercy for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings.